Do y'all see all this? I picked a heck of a day to film this video. Don't nobody want to go outside and shovel this. Welcome to my channel, people. I'm Brandy, and today we're going to be creating a bunch of fake desserts and little items that I'm going to be incorporating into my tiered tray. But first, I'm going to start out with these 3 items that I turned into shorts, and we're going to start with this small little jar. I purchased this jar from Dollar Tree. It had a cork in the top and some seashells in it. I just emptied out the seashells and then took glass friendly paint, white paint, and painted these little trees on here. Make sure it's glass friendly or else it will come right off. Then I took this green glitter mesh paper I got from Dollar Tree, cut it up and just stuffed it in there. The twine and the bells and the little rustic acorns also came from Dollar Tree. A complete Dollar Tree DIY here, this little mini Christmas jar, and it's super cute and literally took me about 20 minutes to make, including the drying time because that paint dries really fast. To recreate this piece, you'll need a cloche or dome from Dollar Tree, however you want to say it, some wood slices from Hobby Lobby, and you're going to need this wiry stuff, this decorative wire. I used silver and spray painted it white. I don't have any more of that, so I'm just showing you. I did have some black, how it bends. I twirled it all up, and then the excess at the top I used some wire cutters and just cut it off to the length that I wanted it, and then took some modeling clay and cut it into strips and then rolled them in little circles so they look like little candies and attach them. You want to do it while they're wet because if you wait till they're dry, they will not go through, the wire will not go through the clay. Then I used acrylic and satin Mod Podge. I don't know why I was like, what am I saying? And that was it. The Mod Podge, the satin Mod Podge gave the candy on the top some shinies. My girls just love this little piece here. Now I am a little bit more prepared with this one. I started filming it separately as I was going with the shorts because in my mind I was like, this is how I'm going to try and do this. I will get better, bear with me. The little pot is from Dollar Tree, and this little candy ornament I got from Dollar Tree Christmas tree shops. Sorry. And this is from Hobby Lobby. I think they're like little fake dots turned in to make like a little snowman, but I'm using wire cutters just to rip the entire ornament apart. That's right, my hack is to just take candy ornaments, which you can pick up. I have seen at Hobby Lobby, I have seen at Christmas tree shops, and I've seen at Walmart, and turn them into dessert pieces instead of you having to make them all yourself. I just took white chalk paint and then a dowel and dotted the end of the dowel to match the lollipop and these little dots, and then took caulk, poured it on the top, and smooshed it all on there. You will see that technique in the next DIY. When I was finished with that, I just took this little lollipop and attached it with a dowel with hot glue and shoved it on in there. I purchased all 3 of these items from Christmas tree shops, and like I said, you guys can purchase things very similar to this at Walmart and at Hobby Lobby around the holidays. I'm sure they will have them throughout the year because I'm going to be looking for them. So this little bread, this thing, I love this little thing. It was $1.99, I think, is how much that was. So I spent a couple dollars for all of this, and we're going to create such a cute little thing. Now these, you can use any styrofoam you want. I happen to have bought like a large bulk thing off Amazon, so I have all these little styrofoam balls. And then I'm just taking a piece of cardboard and I'm cutting it to size and going to glue all around the top so it fits on there. And of course, the second I go to use the glue gun, I don't have no glue. So now that I have the glue in there, I am now showing you how I am gluing this in there. And I just kept pouring more on the top and holding that little piece of cardboard into place. Wait until it dries for sure before you do this next part. For this next part, you'll need a popsicle stick, an X-Acto knife, or something sharp. Can't even believe this was $1. They're so cute, guys. I love these little things. And I'm sorry if you guys don't have Christmas tree shops near you. I kind of hold back and try to use things more convenient to everyone, but I just couldn't help myself when I was making this video. I got it. Use this stuff from Christmas tree shops. I love this place. So I used an X-Acto knife to cut exactly where I want this popsicle to go and make sure that it fit in the little hole. And this is important why you want to make sure that glue is dry, because that piece of cardboard will pop up there. Then I made a little triangle at the end of the popsicle stick so that way it was fitting right in that hole very easily, and then just glued the little cookie to the popsicle stick. Christmas Tree Shop actually had a few of these. I think there was 2 or 3 different little gingerbread house ornaments like this, and they're so cute. I actually was going to just let the caulk dry and then just sit this on the top so I could light it up. Look at it, it's got lights. But I ended up being lazy and I was like, no, we're just gonna smush it on in there so that way I don't have to worry about it falling off, and then I gotta look for it somewhere later on down the line when I want to put this back up. I'm using, you can really use any kind of caulk. It does not matter. Caulk is, you know, subjective to your personal preferences. Really, this is just what I have and what I use around my house. It's a DAP brand, and I'm smoothing it with a popsicle stick and then just pulling the popsicle stick up and down to make it look like snow. Then I just took this ornament filled with fake sprinkles that I picked up from Walmart for a couple dollars, because it is hard to find fake sprinkles and not pay $8 or $9 or more dollars for them. So grab it if you see it, people. Grab it if you see it. Of course, we have to feed the reindeer. I picked this up again, Christmas Tree Shops. It was $1.99. Look at me taking off the little sticker early. Look at that. Then I took a styrofoam ball and just hot glued that in and took the caulk and poured it all over the top. I did do a little bit of padding, not much, just a little bit. I had these little glittery styrofoam balls that I picked up from Dollar Tree and cut them in half and started piecing them together, and then used these little candy cane buttons I picked up from Hobby Lobby. I see little cups like this all the time with the straws in it already, and I figure we're gonna pick this up and we're gonna make it look like fake milk and just pour some white acrylic paint in there. The straw was a little tall for me, so I did snip that off, and then I figured let's just pour this in here, and boy, that was a slow crawl. So I decided let's take the paint and we're just gonna pour it all around the brim, and then it's just gonna slide right on down there and it's gonna be so easy, right? It's getting there. This DIY is tailored for me to really keep out all year long. I love this little coffee cup DIY that we're about to do. Walmart does have small ones like this. I've picked some of them up. You'll see them in a couple videos from now. The little ornaments I just cut to size, and I end up cutting it a little bit smaller. You will see I'm using this lightweight joint compound I picked up from Walmart for a couple dollars to create the fake icing. Then I just took more styrofoam balls, glued them in here, and took this piping bag with this flowery looking top. My best friend actually did this for me because she bakes on She bakes and she's aware of how this works. I was not. I'm so sorry. The video cut. I don't know why. So you do not get to see me pipe the top of this. Please don't hate me. I'm so sorry. You will get to see me pipe again on the next DIY, so just keep watching or skip to the next one if you're mad at me. I am so sorry again. Please forgive me. Okay, then I felt this was a little bit empty, so I used a little sticker from Dollar Tree and stuck on there. You guys can get as crafty as you want. I just felt like that was simple B for Brandy. And then I took a little bit of burnt umber and dry brushed it onto the top. You want to make sure that your spackle is definitely dry. I sat this in front of a fan for about an hour and it was good to go. Then the Mod Podge is to help these little sprinkles stick on there. You can even, once they're dry, put more Mod Podge on the top of it. Now, if you're not doing a dry brush on the top, you can go right ahead and put your sprinkles on while the spackling is wet. I wanted to do the little paint accent, make it look more realistic. You could even paint the spackling a color if you want. There's so much versatility to this, but I really, really like how this turned out. This is definitely a first for me, painting foam, so that was fun. There's definitely a learning curve there. These little, I don't know, what are they, little pans, little container. I just thought this thing was so cute and it matched the other one that I had. I cut the foam to be pretty tight in there, and then I just kind of crookedly I had to take a couple goes at it, cut some curves in the top because we are making pumpkin roll. I love pumpkin roll. Love pumpkin roll. And then I don't know what I was going for here, but do you see this? Do you see, like, my paint was gone that quick. So if you're doing foam, layer it on there, lather it up, squeeze that paint all over the foam because it just absorbs in there. I couldn't even believe how much paint it was soaking up. This is fabric paint. If you have puffy paint, that will work too. And that is the most crooked. I don't know what I was doing, but that little swirl of supposedly cream cheese is so crooked. Like, what is going on? And then I just hot glued it in here on all the sides. Now, what I would do again if I had to do this again is stick little pieces of cardboard or styrofoam down in the front. I would do that. You'll see why my little gets all. See, here's me piping. It didn't break off. I did pretty good. And then I added some little fabric paint on the side. Now, fun little note that you do not see here, it glows in the dark. So I'm excited. My kids are gonna think that's so fun. I like, if you've watched my other tier tray, I like adding little elements for my kids with stuff like this because they just think it's fun. This was the easiest DIY of the bunch. I would say it was the fake milk, but I'm probably still waiting for that to dry. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, I wanted to keep the Merry Christmas at the bottom with the twine, so I just covered that up with some painter's tape and then used white chalk paint for this. It took one layer and it was dry in no time. And then I took one of my little styrofoam candies I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and this little Mrs. Claus's Bakery I picked up from Target. This little sign was so cute. And then we're going to just cut this cookie up until it fits on the top of here. And I take some puffy, well, not puffy paint, fabric paint, I guess it's kind of the same thing, and make it look like there is some icing attaching the cookie to the top. Here we are, people. I really, really, really loved making all of these. I had so much fun making this video. Oh, and here's this little pumpkin roll. See how I piped around the edges and it was sinking in there? That's why we want to add the extra cardboard or the styrofoam. But I love how these turned out, and they did not cost me. I think I spent maybe $25 for all of this. Look how amazing it all looks together. I absolutely love this. It's gonna look amazing in my tier tray. Comment down below, let me know if you guys have a favorite piece, and if you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more videos with me. Each like, each comment, and each subscriber tells YouTube to suggest my content. Here it is in my tiered tray. Until next time, guys, bye.